Congratulations on the birth of your baby and on breastfeeding. Why is breastfeeding so important? For many reasons. Your milk is the only food your baby needs for the first 6 months of life. And it is much more. It contains ingredients key to health and growth that your baby can't get anywhere else. Your milk has live cells that engulf germs to prevent illness. It has growth factors that help your baby's digestive system mature. It has components that help activate your baby's immune system. Breast milk plays an important role in your baby's lifelong health and development. Mother's milk is even more critical to preterm and sick babies. The more breast milk a preterm baby receives, the less likely he is to develop infections and other serious health problems. Research shows preterm babies who miss out on mother's milk stay in the hospital longer and are more likely to be readmitted during their first year of life. Even after 2 years, babies born very premature who receive no mother's milk score lower on Bailey tests of mental and motor development. Every drop of your milk contributes to your baby's health today and in the years to come. That's why an effective breast pump is so vital until your baby is ready to breastfeed. Breastfeeding is also important to your health. According to the U.S. Surgeon General, several studies show the risk of breast and ovarian cancers are higher for women who have never breastfed. The less you breastfeed, the higher your risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other health problems. The more you breastfeed, the less likely you are to suffer from these and many other illnesses. These and other health effects are some of the reasons the World Health Organization and the American Academy of Pediatrics recommend exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. After 6 months, they recommend continued breastfeeding along with solid foods for a minimum of 1 to 2 years. Breastfeeding also helps deepen your relationship with your baby, and it brings you closer. Breastfeeding is important to you and your baby, and Ameda is here to help with products, information, and support. By choosing Ameda, you are using one of the safest, most natural, and most effective breast pumps available. We know how much breastfeeding matters to you. The Elite Breast Pump, available with a discreet carrying case, is a multi-user pump designed to be used in the hospital, at home, or at work. The Elite Breast Pump weighs only 6 pounds, yet offers hospital-quality performance with a wide range of suction levels and cycle speeds. You can adjust the pump to mimic your baby's natural nursing pattern and maximize your milk production. The Elite Breast Pump is designed to be used with the Ameda Hygienic Kit milk collection system, which is the world's only breast pump kit with proven airlock protection. The proven protective barrier keeps the breast pump and tubing dry while pumping and keeps your milk safe and pure for your baby. Mold and bacteria can easily grow in pump tubing when moisture becomes trapped inside it. With proven airlock protection, the solid diaphragm keeps the air from your pump from coming in contact with your milk while pumping. Even if the milk container is turned on its side or upside down, moisture and milk aerosols will not enter the tubing or pump. With this solid barrier, you don't have to dry or clean the narrow tubing. This simplifies pump care and ensures that your milk is free from contamination. Flange fit is important for comfort, suction, and milk flow. What determines breast flange size is the width of the flange tunnel opening. Your flange fit is based on your nipple size and how your nipple moves in the tunnel of the flange when the milk is flowing. With a good flange fit, you should see space around your nipple as it moves freely in the tunnel during pumping. If the breast flange is too small, your nipple may rub along the tunnel sides or move very little. If the flange is too large, too much of the areola, the dark circular part around your nipple, may be drawn in, and it may be hard to get a good air seal. For a better fit, Ameda's custom fit flange system offers different sizes. If your pump or kit includes more than one flange size, try each one to see which is most comfortable and produces the best milk flow. Flange fit can change over time, so check your flange fit every few weeks. If you have small nipples and the flanges included with your pump or kit are too large, a reducing insert or Flexi-Shield may improve your comfort and milk flow. If the breast flanges included are too small, larger sizes are available. These larger sizes, called custom fit flanges, are available separately or may be included in your kits. Once you have determined the proper flange size, hold the flanges to your breasts so that your nipples are centered in the nipple tunnel. Hold them firmly but gently to create an airtight seal around your breasts. To use the Elite Breast Pump, first attach the power cord to the back of the pump. Then plug the pump into an electrical outlet. After plugging in the cord, wash hands before assembling parts. Your Ameda hygienic kit comes pre-assembled. If it is marked sterile, you may open and use it right out of the package. If your hygienic kit is not sterile, before using it for the first time, boil the parts of the system that come in contact with your milk for 20 minutes to sanitize them. This includes all parts of the collection kit except adapter cap, tubing, and tubing adapter. After boiling, let these parts air dry. To assemble the hygienic kit, first hold the valve carefully by the thick sides, not the flat edge. The valve will compress slightly. Gently push the valve firmly onto the ring on the underside of the breast flange. The valve is vital for proper suction and should always be handled very gently. Next, screw the collection bottle into place. Then, insert the diaphragm into the upper chamber of the breast flange. Then snap the adapter cap, with the tubing attached, onto the top of the upper chamber of the flange. Finally, push the tubing adapter firmly into the port of the piston cylinder. The tubes from both collection kits should be plugged into the tubing adapter. If you are going to single pump, simply remove one tube and close it with the tab on the tubing adapter. Dual pumping takes much less time than single pumping. When dual pumping, allow 10 to 15 minutes per session unless your healthcare provider recommends another pumping time. If you single pump, switch breasts about every 5 to 7 minutes and allow about 20 to 30 minutes total per session. Start your Elite pump with the vacuum dial. Turn the dial to the right to increase the suction. Adjust the suction to the highest level comfortable for you. Next, set the pump speed with the cycles dial. Turn the dial all the way to the right to increase speed and trigger a milk ejection reflex or letdown. When milk flows, turn the cycles dial to the left to slow down the speed to help drain your breasts faster. Check your flange fit. Refer to the flange fit chapter. When milk flow slows, Turn the cycles dial all the way to the right to help start another letdown. Repeat as milk flow changes to pump more milk. Like a breastfeeding baby, start at the fastest speed. When your milk begins to flow, slow down the speed just like a breastfeeding baby would do to help the milk flow. The release of milk is known as a letdown, or the milk ejection reflex. This natural reflex pushes the milk out of the breast and is the most important part of successful pumping. During each breastfeeding session, most mothers have 3 or 4 milk releases, even if they don't feel them. Repeating these fast, then slow speed settings several times is what we call multi-phase pumping, which mimics a baby's nursing pattern at the breast. But these strategies are just a starting point. Always use the pump settings that work best for you. To trigger a milk release, it may help to gently massage your breasts or apply a warm compress. As you pump, close your eyes, relax, and imagine your baby nursing at your breast. When you finish pumping, turn the vacuum dial all the way to the left to turn the pump off. Then remove the flanges from your breasts. If necessary, break the suction by inserting a finger between the flange and your breast. When the suction is broken, remove the flange. Finally, unscrew the bottles and screw the locking caps into place. For more information about safe storage guidelines of breast milk, contact your lactation consultant or your baby's pediatrician. After every use, clean the breast pump and kit. To clean the pump, simply wipe the casing with a soft, damp cloth. All parts of the hygienic kit that come in contact with your milk should be rinsed in cool water and then hand washed well in warm soapy water. The tubing, adapter cap, and tubing adapter will not need to be washed because the silicone diaphragm prevents them from coming into contact with your milk. The bottles, flanges, and any inserts may be cleaned in the top rack of a dishwasher. The silicone diaphragms and valves should be washed only by hand in warm, soapy water and rinsed well. Be especially careful with the valve. The valve should always be washed and rinsed gently and should never be scrubbed with brushes or anything abrasive. After rinsing, all parts should be air dried. For mothers who want a manual breast pump, Ameda offers a pump with an award-winning design. The one-hand breast pump handle assembly may be included with your pump or kit, or it may be purchased separately. The one-hand breast pump attaches easily to your hygienic kit and allows you to achieve multi-phase pumping by simply squeezing its handle. Before you pump, wash your hands well with soap and water. If your pump package is marked sterile, you may open and use it right away. If your pump is not marked sterile, boil all of its parts for 20 minutes to sanitize them. Then let them air dry. To assemble the one-hand breast pump, first fit the piston seal onto the base of the piston. Push the center of the handle down and snap the top of the piston into the groove on the handle. Push the piston into the upper chamber of the breast flange. Pull the handle down and snap the collar around the groove of the breast flange. Gently push the valve firmly into place onto the ring on the underside of the breast flange. Screw the flange onto the bottle. The handle is attached correctly if the top of the handle is a straight line. The pump can be used with either hand. To begin pumping, grasp the handle with your thumb in front and fingers behind the upper chamber of the breast flange. Place your hand as high as you can on the pump handle with one side of the handle in the groove between your thumb and forefinger. Swivel the handle for wrist comfort. Center your nipple in the breast flange and hold the flange to your breast to make an air seal. With the one-hand breast pump, you can control pump suction and pump speed just by squeezing the handle. The harder you squeeze, the stronger its suction. The faster you squeeze, the greater its speed. Begin pumping with a few minutes of fast, gentle squeezes. This may help trigger the letdown or milk ejection reflex, just as your baby does at the start of a breastfeeding. You can also encourage milk release with a warm compress or by massaging your breast with your free hand either before or during pumping. When your milk begins to flow, use slower, stronger squeezes, never squeezing harder than feels comfortable. With the one-hand breast pump, you can use fast, gentle squeezes to trigger milk release, and slow, stronger squeezes to drain the milk faster. This multi-phase pumping mimics a baby at the breast. You can also try the squeeze, hold, and release technique, which may make manual pumping easier. After the faster, gentle squeezes trigger your milk release, squeeze the pump handle and hold it as your milk flows into the collection bottle. Continue to squeeze and hold while the pump slowly and automatically releases suction until you need to stimulate another milk release. Gentle, fast squeezes will once again trigger a milk release. With the one-hand breast pump, each pumping session should take a total of 20 to 30 minutes, and it's a good idea to switch breasts about every 5 to 7 minutes. When you have finished pumping, simply remove the pump from your breast. Unscrew the collection bottle and screw the locking caps into place. For more information about safe storage guidelines of breast milk, contact your lactation consultant or your baby's pediatrician. To clean the one-hand breast pump, take it completely apart. First, remove the valve carefully by pulling it off by its thick sides, not the flat edge. Next, detach the handle from the breast flange. Then, gently pull the piston out of the upper chamber of the flange. Flex the center of the handle, and the piston will detach easily. Finally, remove the piston seal. Rinse any milk residue from the pump parts with cool water. Wash all parts in warm, soapy water, rinse them well, and let them air dry. Thank you for watching.